Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the RapChat podcast. And before we head into the podcast, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, make sure to comment, and also subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, make sure to leave us a rating. And also, please leave us a review. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at RapChat Podcast, where we post new clips of the show every single week. I'm your host, Luke Dick.
I'm Elias Eldridge.
And I'm Sam Kenny.
And welcome back to the show, everybody. Celebrating the Raptors win against the Boston Celtics.
We're celebrating today.
We're celebrating today.
Climbing higher and higher.
Yeah, man.
Can we get much higher?
I love how I love Raptors first seed by the end of the season.
I watched a clip on Instagram of I think it was like some House of Highlights or Bleach Report or something.
Sure, yeah.
And they were interviewing a bunch of like basketball kids who were playing basketball now who were best high school players, and they were playing music and to see if they knew like what the music was. They played "Can't Tell Me Nothing,"
and one guy didn't know "In the Club" by 50 Cent.
Like I might not know like the name of that song, but I know it was by 50 Cent.
Yeah,
like and
it's like "Go Shawty, it's your birthday." They didn't know. They didn't know the next part.
And then
I'm like, holy.
There was "Can't Tell Me Nothing," and then one of them was a Drake song, and
it was Forever.
Yeah, and some person and a couple of people didn't know it.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
the
music was not made that long ago.
Especially Forever, like that's literally the most basic warm-up basketball song ever.
Every basketball warm-up playlist has Forever.
Yeah, it's like a sprained ankle boy.
And
they're
Can't Tell Me Nothing. I feel like is always
and then
all those three.
Yeah. The one kid said it was Lil Baby, Travis Scott, or
he said Travis Scott.
Yeah, and there was like one of them has to go. It was like Lil Baby, Travis Scott, and Lil Uzi Vert. And the guy's like, Travis Scott, man, Travis has not been. I'm like,
bro, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Travis inspired Lil Baby.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
What are you saying?
I would maybe do the same.
You pick Uzi over Travis.
I would literally, dude. I would.
What?
First album I ever bought, Lil Uzi Vert.
Bro,
with my own money.
What?
Why?
First album I bought my own money.
What album was it?
The one him
wasn't Eternal Attention.
This guy doesn't even know the name of the
Lil
album.
Uzi Vert against the world. Yeah.
Man, there's no way. I was shook.
Lil Baby over Travis.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, Lil Baby is
inspired
by Travis Scott.
I don't know.
Lil Baby's.
I like Travis Scott.
I don't fuck with Lil Baby like that.
He just. I like Lil Baby, but man, he's only good on features.
I don't
Hey,
know.
like
Every single one of his songs sounds the exact same. Like he doesn't, and like I don't know. I just don't think that any of these dudes have real bars. Like I don't know.
Chance again. Yeah, I don't really think any of these dudes have real bars. They're not spitting and fire on the beat, bro. I think Lil Uzi's pretty overrated. Eternal Take was a 6.
Want to be Anthony Fantano.
Yeah, welcome to the album review podcast.
Yeah. It's literally RapChat.
Yeah.
We should do that.
That's why that's where we stole the name from. There's an app called RapChat.
No, there's not. Don't.
We are the original creators
We're the only
of the
ones.
name.
Yeah.
Technically, it's not copyright infringement if it's a totally different subject. Anyways,
I haven't listened to it since I bought it, but.
Anyways, we should probably talk about the Raptors.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so welcome back to the podcast anyway. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. So today's on the schedule, we are talking about the Boston game.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got, Sam?
Player of the week, and then I've just got a little bit of news items / topics we can go over.
Okay, all right.
Raptors traded for Thaddeus Young.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just got to that.
Yeah.
We're kind of behind. Sorry, been busy.
And 2 weeks from now, we'll be talking about Armani Brooks getting
stay
signed.
tuned for that.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. I think he's on Houston still right now.
Yeah. No, I think he's still in just free agency, bro. I don't think anyone's picked him up yet.
We're actually talking about the Boston game from like a few months ago.
Oh, he's still playing the CBL.
The Boston game from November.
Yeah, it was a tough loss, boys?
Anyways, okay, so you had the Boston game?
Yeah,
okay, I'm very, very excited to talk about this game.
Yeah.
for many reasons.
Name
two. Well,
2 reasons.
Probably just talk about it.
So going to this game, I right here. First thing I wrote was not an easy game still because I know their defense is still very
Grant Williams, man.
Bro, my
Williams
Tennessee Volunteer legend, Grant Williams, college basketball legend, Grant Williams.
Dude, he's
like
good,
Williams.
man. He's good. He's good.
like him.
Point forward at the high post in Tennessee.
He was bitching the ref all game.
Bro, he's earned the calls.
Oh, come.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
He's already
I'm
calls
joking.
him like,
I'm joking.
Honestly, I take him over Jason Tatum. To be honest with you, He brings more to the table.
I take Tennessee Grant over Jason.
brings more to the table.
Yeah. I take high school Jason Tatum over any Grant Williams. Okay, so basically we're going into this game. Jason Tatum's not playing. Jaylen Brown's not playing. Al Horford's not playing, and Rob Williams just got injured before he just actually had surgery this morning. But we're playing. Everybody's back for us except for Ken Birch. But we're starting Fred, Gary, OG, Scotty, and Pascal, and we are going at starting lineup of Marcus Smart, Derek White, Aaron Nesmith, Grant Williams, and
Daniel Tice.
Daniel Tice, who killed us all game. Really annoying.
Like I told you guys before the last podcast, I know he's kind of a weird, dude, but Daniel Tice
he
has
weird?
got a good game.
He's a guy who'd fit well with the Raptors, I think.
Yeah,
His-
that's-
The Raptors
yeah.
wanted him. The Raptors wanted him.
his defensive ability, even though I can't
Didn't you
stand
say you
him.
didn't want him?
I hate him. I hate every Celtic except for Grant. Grant's
Derek
the only-
White?
And Derek White, yeah.
Okay.
He's on a Celtic.
Daniel Tice is better than people like make him out
Yeah.
to be.
You hate Al Horford? What a weird person to
Like
hate.
they
He's a
traded,
nice guy.
they traded Daniel Tice, and then they got him back.
For real.
Yeah.
Celtics.
But they had to get him
Fact
back
check
for like
that.
with a big contract, so I didn't really understand that whole point of it.
He,
Like,
he has a 4-year contract.
Yeah,
You know, like
that-
Nick Stauskas, man? Canadian?
oh, I forgot he's on the team.
Yeah. Anyway.
Big Malik Fitz fan.
Shut up. Anyway, so we started really slow on defense in this game. Marcus Smart came out swinging. Derek White.
We knew that was expected, though.
Yeah. Honestly, actually, in the first quarter, all 8 guys who played for the Celtics scored. Including Marcus Smart with 8, Aaron Nesmith had 5, Derek White had 5, Grant Williams had 4, Pritchard had 7. Just our defense sucked to start the game. We didn't
Big
have
time.
much.
There's no energy. It was
exactly.
flat.
There was
Wow.
no
flat.
energy at
Yeah,
all.
38.
Late on everything too.
Yeah,
38 points.
And Nick Nurse, actually, I think this was planned though. Nick Nurse got a tag very early.
Yeah.
I think he did on purpose to type
Yeah,
his
he
team
did.
up, which
He did.
it
He
worked.
did.
It worked. Some good things I can say about the first quarter was Pascal Siakam. This is a Trendall game. We'll be talking a lot about Pascal in this little segment, but this
whole
first quarter,
show.
this first quarter, he was 5 for 6, 10 points, and his defense is the only thing that was like. Scotty Barnes' defense the first quarter was abysmal.
All game.
Oh, it
All
was
game,
so
but-
bad. It was
all
so
game.
bad.
Oh,
Everyone was. I'm like, how do you let like a small dude like Marcus Smart blow by you, Scotty? You're huge,
And
bro.
below him every time.
Smart and Tice were running pick and rolls,
and
Scotty,
Pritchard, man.
Yeah,
Pritchard's, I'm
yeah.
like, dude, this guy's 5'10". Like, one of your strides is like a quarter of his, bro. Like, move in the way.
He was Scotty was on Tice a lot because of size, and Smart and Tice run that pick and roll a lot this game, and Scotty could not.
Dude,
No.
no.
Daniel
time.
Tice is slow, man.
Yeah, like he should be able to get in that passing lane easier, switch, or just do something.
It
He's
was
just standing there
the defense,
frozen.
and we have with Fred in the condition that he's in right now, we've got no room for error on that end.
No.
It's Pascal and OG.
Yeah,
It's basically like Pascal, OG. And they were awesome on defense tonight.
OG wasn't great at the first half. Second half, he
Second
picked up
half,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, but,
definitely.
But yeah, that's because like we just can't. Usually, you can count on Fred to be that awesome all NBA level defender,
Yeah,
and
but
he's
he's-
just not there right now.
No, just because I'm not gonna pin that on him because
No.
his
Knee.
leg sucks. Something else could have happened is Precious had a 3 at the top of the key, and that just made me really happy because I like seeing him hit 3s that aren't in the corner.
Yep, confident.
Definitely,
And he
definitely.
not hesitate. He didn't hesitate all game on his 3s.
No.
Yeah, but first
And
quarter,
he hit some clutch threes.
first quarter, we allowed a Boston team without Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to score 38 points.
Yeah, it's tough.
Not good. But the second quarter came around. Our defense still wasn't fantastic, but it was better. And Boston started to come back to earth a little bit, not hitting all their shots. Like Marcus Smart was hitting
I think
everything.
the second quarter is when we took the lead for the first time, or maybe that was in
Right at the
third.
end.
Yeah, right,
yeah,
right,
right
yeah.
at the end. Yeah,
End of halftime, we were up by 1.
yeah.
I mean, Boston's bench came on, and their bench is not good right now. They have Luke Cornett and Sam Hauser.
Yeah, those guys
Hey,
should
man.
not be in the NBA right now.
Luke Cornett was kind of killing us though, man.
He was because we're small though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the
He's
only reason.
tall, dude. He's like a 7'4".
7'1".
Yeah, man. That's
He's
what
he's
the
he's
hell?
I said to you guys, he's like a dollar store Kristaps Porzingis basically.
Yeah, he can shoot.
that dude's
though,
like
too.
a-
He's got a good form.
A discount at the dollar store.
he's like a half. He's like one of those like sugar
Half off
sticks.
He's
dollar
7'2".
store.
7'2".
7'2".
Wow.
Jeez, Luke Cornett. Hey, same name too. It's kinda
Yeah,
cool.
wow, bro.
Another guy named Luke.
Maybe
in the
I
world.
should be 7 feet.
Yeah, that's kind of unfair. How come he gets to be 7 feet?
I know, man.
Yeah, I think we'll get more into the reffing a bit later too. But the reffing started to become a trend this quarter of how bad it was. It was
Oh, man.
horrible. This is the worst play of reffing I've seen all season.
Yeah.
and probably top 3 all time.
Yeah, it was awful.
but-
Just horrible,
And this
bro.
this is period in any game. This
Yeah.
is horrid. And we started seeing in the first quarter. But
and honestly, the Celtics got some bad calls on them too, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like some shitty calls.
It was just an awful called game.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it was
Awful ref game. They had no
and,
control over the game.
and it was mostly Mr. Evan Scott. He's a young ref, so
is he
Was he the head? Was he the head ref?
no, he's a young ref, so I assume not.
I think he's the head ref. I think that was the whole thing.
Can I see who was refing this game?
Yeah, it was Evan Scott and the other guy.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know.
no,
his
I think it's
name.
Dave Guthrie.
I know David
Isn't-
Guthrie. Fuck.
Isn't he?
Mitchell Irvin's been around. Mitchell Irvin's been around for a while too.
Does it have their photos
they have their
when you bring them
stats.
up?
They have their stats. Oh, like there's
Mitchell
age and everything.
Irvin.
Some Athens, Georgia.
Don't
David
know any
Guthrie.
photos though.
I don't
Oh,
know.
no.
I the only ref I know is what's his name? Zach Zarba, because he looks like Phil from Modern Family.
And the dude with the hairline that's like a hella widow's peak. Like
They actually have ref
Um,
stats.
Oh,
Foul calls per game.
oh, I know what you're talking about.
I know. Yeah.
Lowry always gets pissed at him.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking Rex Kalamian?
No, Ed.
Or no, I was saying Rex. That's our assistant coach.
Something.
Saying.
Ed
Ed Malloy.
Ed Malloy. Ed Malloy.
I said Rex Kalamian's our old coach.
Ed Malloy
not-
is like old Tintin.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
What's the other one too? The
Tony Brothers.
Tony
Tony Brothers is always.
Yeah, Tony Brothers.
At least
yeah.
Tony Brothers though Tony Brothers has some wild calls, but at least he never like loses control of the game. This game they just lost. They didn't know how they wanted to call the game. They didn't know if they were gonna let guys be physical. They didn't know if they were gonna let guys or they were gonna call like all the physicality. Like they just kind of changed from play to play, and it felt like it changed from possession to possession. Like Boston
This
was
is,
able to play a certain way.
This is a super like off-topic comment, but there's a documentary on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix that I watched, and it's interviewing guys who used to ref in the league in like the 90s.
NBA?
Yeah, in the NBA. And there's one guy who was kicked out for being a ref from being a ref because he would make calls on purpose because he was gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget
What's
who
his
that
name?
was.
I can't remember.
Oh.
I remember hearing about that though.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
It's so interesting. You can see like the. Like,
I'm not saying that's why this reffing was
No.
bad. I'm just saying.
Tim Donahue.
Yeah.
Dude, it's actually you can see ref stats. I recommend going to Bass Reference and look at ref stats 'cause it's really interesting. Evan's got the 4-year ref, and you can see like the wins losses for every team that he's refed. Like the Timberwolves are 1-2 when he refs them. Magic are 5-7. It's so interesting.
Raptors are 7-4 though.
Yeah. Anyway, off topic here. But
Yeah, let's not spend too much time on the
Yeah,
Raptors.
yeah.
We can probably talk about that the whole episode.
yeah. More. The first half wasn't as interesting. The second half, but the first half also. Grant Williams was guarding Pascal too much, and Pascal was taking full advantage. In the first quarter, Pascal Siakam had 25 points on 12 or 17 shooting, and also 5 rebounds and 3 steals.
They weren't. I don't know why they weren't sending extra bodies to him. That just feels like the wrong way.
They maybe double teamed him like maybe once
Like
or
at the
twice.
end,
Yeah.
in
like,
the end of the game, they started to,
Yeah.
or like at least just sent extra attention to him. But
but honestly, like who
why
else?
do
Like,
you-
like how can you double team Pascal? You could just give the ball to OG. He'll take it down every time. Like it's tough,
They
man.
were-
That's why we're such a threat.
Pascal 25. I mean, you got to show you something, but we all know Boston's so bad at defense. So I guess that explains. it.
and those 20, and I mean all
Joking.
40 of his points basically were just all just drives.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it was just
No,
did he have a single
didn't.
three?
He was 0 for 4 from 3.
Yeah.
He did not a single
And
one
he
of his
had-
40
and how many
points
free
was
throws?
from
Barely any free throws.
6 made 3 throws.
6 free. That's it. 6 for 8.
It was just
2
all
of the
just-
clutchest free
Yeah.
throws maybe in Raptors regular season history. Low
Wow.
key.
Jeez, that's a hot take.
and that's something I'd say about Pascal. I'll take it though.
The game
yeah.
was fucked though.
Saying the
I
most
don't know
clutch
what's-
player in
I
Raptors
mean,
history.
I
But
give,
did
I
you
give
see
it to Kawhi
more-
Leonard
it's-
in game 6, the finals.
I said in
Regular
regular
season.
season,
Oh,
sorry,
but
sorry.
also, but
I'm sorry.
the reason I said
Scotty
that
Barnes.
is also because our like record right now is kind of on the line. You know, it's
Oh, yeah.
very important
We
for us
needed
to
this
win
win.
these games right now. Like obviously, if you're a Raptors fan from the '90s, then fuck me, I'm wrong. But like, you know what I'm saying?
Those
Like,
games didn't mean anything.
Yeah, this is the Raptors are at peak. You know. Performance wise
In the season.
and also we've been building to this for years. The Raptors have never been better as a team. Well, that's arguable, but in terms of like, you know, what we have available to us, and after winning a championship, teams normally lose, and you know, having a winning season, it's, you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of factors that play into this.
Yeah. We definitely need this win, and especially we had to take advantage of not playing against Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, right? So all game, that was the big thing with the ref thing, is that like it felt like we would win easier if we had more control, but we just had no control over what was happening in this game because of the reffing.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Wait, why was that?
Because the reffing.
Also, like
Evan Scott.
we were doing so bad at containing. I mean, we kind of already talked about this with Scotty, but like we cannot contain drives at all. And guys are just
Marcus Smart was getting anything
Yeah.
on inside.
Yeah, my guy's
Marcus
just
Smart,
like
Derek
6'2",
White,
like
even
6'3",
Peyton Pritchard,
Like, how?
Yeah.
every
Peyton Pritchard
time.
was getting to the rim a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's Peyton Pritchard, man.
Yeah. And like we have good rim hitters back there when Precious and Chris are on, but they're not like Rudy Gobert back there. You can't just be funneling dudes to them the same way, right?
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Third quarter, this is a lower scoring quarter for both teams. And I think Boston came out hot in this quarter, and then we had to fight back. I kind of knew we would, though, to be honest. I mean, that's kind of how we roll. Jack would not stop talking about the refs. He was getting
It was
so
wild.
pissed.
Jack and Matt are like two of the biggest homer and analysts in the league.
Yeah.
And I haven't even seen them at that. Like I haven't seen Jack at that level. Like
Yeah.
that was wild.
I'm sad I missed this game from
Yeah, man.
from Jack and Matt.
I don't
because was
think
listening
you
to
could-
Boston comments.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
I don't think you
but-
could pay me to listen to Brian Scalabrine talk. I don't think there's an amount I would accept to listen to that man talk about basketball.
You talking about the Red Mamba, bro?
What's,
Like,
what's, the,
Bro.
what's the other commentator's name?
I
like Scalabrine more than him.
know what you're talking about.
Is he, they got the heavy Boston accent.
Yeah, D'Amico? No, he's a reporter. I
Either
know.
way,
you're
though,
talking
I don't like
about,
the Boston commentators.
yeah.
I'm good.
honestly, they weren't bad this game. To be honest, they really weren't. And they maybe a couple things here and there, but
Were they talking about the reffing?
yes, they were.
What'd they
were.
say?
Honestly, they actually agreed with some of the calls. They were like, oh, I don't know if that's a foul. Like that seems like a pretty soft call. They actually were,
Like in support of the Raptors?
yes, actually,
wow.
yeah. In a couple of calls, the situations like I mean, we're gonna get to this later, but I think one of the only things they actually didn't mention was the very last call on Pascal.
Yeah. The one that would, yeah, we'll get there. Precious's defense this quarter was awesome. There was a big steal by Gary Trent Jr., and he scored in transition.
Super clutch, and that was a risky move.
Yeah.
He had a few of this game where he
Yep.
stole the ball. One of them was called for a foul also,
Yeah.
which
And
really
that
pissed
one
me off
where,
'cause that was a really good one also.
Yeah.
I think it was it Pritchard he stole it from?
He had a couple rips against Derek White. He was really getting to Derek White's grill there.
Yeah. We're tied 80 going to the fourth quarter. This is when it gets kind of crazy. Again, the Celtics start the quarter hot. They are hitting all their threes at the start, and we are hitting nothing until Mr. Thaddeus Young, the guy who Sam and Luke don't trust in the corner.
Bro, I just said I trusted Precious
Hey.
more.
He's like,
that's
go
what I-
check it. I said you don't trust that in the corner, and you said no.
Well, I don't really.
I do, definitely.
Let's also keep in mind that Thad also didn't shoot those threes from the corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
true.
okay. So you shot them from harder areas.
I,
yes.
I trust him about the break.
Shut up.
Thad was so good in this game.
Oh, this is his best game.
He was the second best Raptor in this game.
Yeah, he changed
was.
the momentum of
On
the
both
game.
ends.
Yeah,
Like,
He was
absolutely.
awesome.
Unbelievably clutch.
Oh, his defense, he was all over the place. Like Boston kept trying to isolate him and go at him, and he was not having it.
Nope.
Doing normal Thaddeus Young things, even the ball
His defense
moving.
was amazing, man.
Oh, he had
very
that,
good.
He had that stretch in the fourth where he hit the three, then he had the drive for the floater. Like,
Oh yeah, dude.
he was
that was crazy.
easily his best game as a Raptor. And that's why you bring him in, right? And in a game where Scotty, and this is going to become increasingly more important in the playoffs, in games where guys like Scotty and Gary, right, your young guys are struggling, you
Which
can
they
give,
will. They will.
You
in
can
the
go to a
playoffs.
guy like that to give you big minutes.
Yeah, he's
and
been there.
clutch minutes.
He's been there.
Yeah.
Honestly,
And-
he's a replacement for somebody like Kyle Lowry, man. Like
Yeah.
As far as veteran leadership
that veteran
goes,
leadership. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
obviously in play style or
Yeah.
anything, but
yeah.
Yeah, starting point guard that.
Have you noticed ever since Thad came back, he's been taking, I mean, he takes a lot of charges, but I've noticed that Chris has been taking a ton of charges ever
He
since Thad got here.
is a heavy influence on this team, man.
I think so.
He's, and
definitely.
I think we're gonna bring him back
Yeah,
next year.
he's
I really
just-
hope so. I
Just
love
pay
having
him,
him.
pay him whatever, like
Sign
whatever
him
the
to sign-
mid level is, $5
Give
million.
him a
6 million.
5-year max, man.
would
I'm
you
all in.
would you
I'm
sign
all
him
in.
to like a 2-year?
Sure.
Yeah.
2 year with a
Yeah.
team option.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Like like 2 year mid level exception sort of thing. Just like
Having Thad till he's 35, like I don't care.
even
like,
if like maybe the first year he gives you on court value and the second year he really isn't giving you like a ton of
Yeah,
value,
that's
you still
fine.
get
Yeah.
that kind. I think it is important to have locker room.
Yeah, and well, Scotty and
guys.
Precious have both talked about how big of an influence he's been.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think having a guy like that's really like just a dude who just like almost like a on the floor kind of coach.
yeah.
Like you can take what the coach is saying.
And
and-
Kyle used to
I was
do
gonna
that
say
a
literally
lot,
like Kyle,
man.
Yeah,
right? That's what
yeah.
Kyle did.
He's a different like style of Kyle, right? Kyle was very like
And it was
emotional and
also-
fiery, but Thad's very calm.
And also, like Kyle had the guy had Fred under his wing, like DeLon
Yeah.
had DeLon, right? Now like Thad comes in, he has like guys like Precious and Scotty who
Yeah.
play the same size as him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Kyle can only give so much advice to like Precious
and
and
Pascal
yeah,
and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So I think this game, I was getting really pissed because I knew we needed to win this game, right?
Yeah.
Because I really don't want to be in that play-in. And so the rebounding was really bad this game in the fourth quarter for this stretch. And we just couldn't make shots. And Daniel Tice was getting a bunch of rebounds on us this quarter. Anyway, just it kind of sucked until then. Fred VanVleet had a little heat stretch there. He had back-to-back threes.
Came alive, man.
Yeah,
that's classic.
He always
Fred.
comes alive when you need him.
He was having a
Bad
awful
game.
game, and then those two massive threes.
This
was
happened that big Miami game too. Remember the triple overtime game?
Right.
He didn't do anything all game until like the ends of the fourth quarter in the overtime. So he really picked it up. Fred comes along when you need him to, man.
Well, and I think also we are at this point okay with sacrificing Fred's defense.
For sure.
You know,
You need him
that's
out
just
there.
we need him.
Yeah,
we have to. He's the floor general, man.
Yeah. And if he isn't going to take a shot, teams still have to guard out to him.
Yeah.
Kind of like with Phoenix against the Lakers last year in the playoffs. Chris Paul, I heard him say in an interview, he didn't really know why the Lakers were still guarding because it was so obvious that he was way more compromised than Fred is.
Yeah.
But like Chris Paul was still just out there. He wasn't even touch. He couldn't even dribble.
No.
But it's just like because he can shoot the three, teams still had to shade a little bit towards him, right? And that does give you a bit of space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially having like DeAndre Ayton too, you want to create that space. But then this is where we get to some reffing issues. I think a really bad one was it was down low, and Grant Williams went up, and there's like 3 Raptors defenders. Yeah. No one touched him.
No.
But and Evan Scott, who made the call, was at half court.
Yeah.
And he called the foul. And there was another guy right down low. He didn't call it. It was Evan Scott who called it.
Right.
And there's 3 Raptors, but no one touched them, and they called a foul.
Yeah, Grant like threw his head back.
Also,
into the guy defending.
I think it's very important that we point out we had a very influential, successful challenge during this game.
Yeah.
And I think that
shouldn't have had to.
That was the goaltend. That was the goaltend.
It was, and I want to point out this because this has to change for next season. If you win a challenge, you should get another one.
For sure.
You should get rewarded for the refs not doing their job, or making mistakes. You can't, and you know what, to a certain extent, refs are not perfect. They're human beings. Like just as much as regular basketball players foul, refs make bad calls. You know what I'm saying? Like
have bad games.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it's just.
I'm not one to pin everything on refs. Like
no, absolutely not. It's like complaining about a player who is constantly wrapping somebody in offensive or defensive foul, or somebody who's like using their elbows too much. It's like, okay, yeah, refs make bad calls. You know what I'm saying? Just as much as any basketball player plays a bad game of basketball. But at the end of the day, it's also like, man, you should get some sort of reward for making the correct call.
Also give us one in the first half, one in the second half, or just something more.
I honestly I feel like it should be the if you win, you get it, because that can be used at like any time,
Yeah, and that way you can take the chance of challenging. Say in the first quarter, your star player gets a third foul really early. Like in the beginning of the second quarter, you can go, use your challenge for that and be like, you're so confident.
Yeah.
But you win that, and then you also you need that because
Yes.
it is so valuable having a challenge late in the game.
Yeah.
And I don't care. There's people that are like, oh, slowing the game. I don't care about the NBA's.
Oh, no.
I don't really care about the NBA's bottom line. I really don't care. I'm the fan. I'm watching the game.
Yeah.
I don't care about the NBA's ratings at all. I just care about what I'm watching, and I'm pretty sure the ratings are okay.
Yeah.
So I think we can have that time of play.
I think it makes the game more entertaining, to be honest.
I feel like that issue gets overblown. I feel like I would much rather have the calls right than wait the extra 4 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
And then have to lose a game by 2 points because of a stupid call.
Yeah.
I can really see them not doing that for the ratings, because also there's a lot of casual fans who think it's boring because it's slow. So a lot of the casuals who make fun of Sam on TikTok.
Yeah, well, you're casual.
Yeah.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah, those guys.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
I put a bunch of dots here in this note. I don't know why. I assume something happened. I was pissed.
Not even it's just chicken scratch.
I was like, Jack was pissed. So then we get to clutch time now. Aaron Neesmith had a really clutch 3 in the corner.
He had a good game, man.
Yeah,
he did.
Played some good defense on Pascal.
He did.
that was a very clutch 3, and he shot it wide open. We had no defensive rotation on that.
Pascal came down, had a quick bucket.
Yep.
And then what exactly happened between that and Pascal getting fouled?
We got
Was there
some sort of stop.
steal
We got a stop.
Was it a steal though?
I don't think it was a steal.
No. I'm just gonna look really quick.
I thought it was a rebound. Pascal got the rebound.
I was so invested. I kept forgetting to type things
because
down.
the steal happened right at the end of regulation.
Right.
Remember, Fred didn't call the time.
Okay, layup. Smart missed a shot.
Yeah.
Pascal rebound. Yeah, okay, then Neesmith fouled him. So Neesmith fouled Pascal with 12 seconds left. Pascal made both. I really
Big
thought
time.
he usually misses one.
Yeah,
So
he's the king of the 1 for 2.
yeah, I wasn't watching. I turned my head around
No,
to listen for the crowd.
I'm used
Also,
to it.
the crowd was good this game.
They were good.
They were
and
better. They were better.
I had a tweet because I was emotional.
Fuck the fans.
No, I did. I actually did say that.
What?
I'm not lying. I
You
actually,
fuck the fans?
Yeah.
On the RapChat account or on
No,
your
on my own
personal-
account.
On the
And
RapChat
then I called
You lost your privileges.
I called the MLSE greedy pigs, and they've ruined the fan experience because they were down 7 in the fourth quarter and the arena was dead. And I'm like, let's go Raptors chant going. Let's go Raptors chant.
I wouldn't say it was
Yeah.
dead.
I know. I was just mad because
Okay,
they were
sure.
playing bad, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was thinking about other issues that
Yeah,
aren't linked to this game, but I was like, oh, MLSE's ruined the game.
He's pulling his
I was like, MLSE, you're the reason we're losing right now.
You greedy pigs.
You're the reason we're losing right now.
I do miss the 2019 fans,
telling you,
bro.
bro.
It was after
it makes
we won
me
a
so
championship that the
mad.
fans got worse because they made
Because-
seats more expensive.
And especially when people watch home Raptors games, like people from the States, they might think, what the hell? Toronto's like fan base, best fan base in the NBA? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think so. But it's like,
My booty.
oh, it's like, bro, they don't understand the passion that we have here
We're
right
just
now.
too poor to go watch. It's the poor fans that are passionate.
They're in Jurassic
They're old
Park.
fans, man.
And they don't show shots of Jurassic Park on the streams of other what the away streams, the away
Right.
streams. They only show them on home streams, so people don't understand. Like you could say Jurassic Park to somebody, and they probably would only know it if they watched the 2019 championship.
Or the movie.
What?
Or the movie.
Oh,
or that movie, yes, or the movie.
I thought the movie was named after the fans.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
did you know the Raptors are named the Raptors because of Jurassic Park?
What?
That's why.
No,
we're-
they're not really.
Yes.
No?
Oh, because it's
It
the
was
same
a-
year. Yeah, it was the same year.
It was
Yeah.
a,
where-
it
that's
was
where
a
names
contest
inspired.
submission.
Yeah, but some, like
That's why it was put in.
blew up. That entry blew up because of the movie. So someone put that in as an entry because of the movie.
Is it a 90s movie?
90. It
Yeah.
was the same year the rap or like
95.
before that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause-
damn.
Yeah. Someone's like, oh, the Raptors because Jurassic Park, and then everybody's like, oh yeah, the Raptors because Jurassic Park. Now that's why they're called the Raptors because the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if the movie didn't come out, we
Yeah,
could
93 and
What
97.
what a great name, bro. The Toronto Raptors. Like that's so unique.
What
For a
did-
name that
would
makes
have
no
been.
sense to the city, it works really
It
well.
works
better-
very well.
I still get over the New Orleans Pelicans is the worst name of all
Makes
time.
sense. There's Pelicans there though.
Not really.
Not
Yeah,
really.
there are
No, not New Orleans.
in Louisiana.
I don't think there is, man. I looked this
Guys,
up
we're getting off
Oh, yeah,
topic.
yeah, yeah.
man.
It's
We
fine.
should-
It's a
we should
podcast.
finish
You can
this.
do it.
Yeah.
You can get
I
off.
guess.
Okay, we'll get into overtime here in a second. I just want to
Yeah.
see if there's Pelicans in New Orleans.
Are there Pelicans in New Orleans?
Probably not in the city. I mean, it made more Utah Jazz. That one doesn't make sense to me because it made sense.
Google's
to me
It
gonna-
because
used to be the New Orleans
yeah,
Jazz.
that
and they
makes sense.
moved.
That makes a lot of sense.
Google's gonna start giving you ads for Pelicans.
Yeah, buy black market buy
Buy
Pelican.
Pelicans. Super delicious pelican meat.
Like the Bayou. No, it's not Pelicans in the Bayou.
No, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is all the
We'll
everything's
figure-
coming
we'll
up.
find
The
out.
team- the
Basketball
team's
stuff.
coming up. Yeah. Okay. So
Maybe these are not.
we go. Yeah. So Pascal gets both free throws. Then we get like a steal, and I don't know. We got a steal with like 2 seconds left, and apparently Nick Nurse called timeout.
Yeah,
But they didn't call it, which
yeah.
I think they should be able to review.
Yeah,
It's stupid.
They
They should be able to review when Nick goes timeout.
It should
and
be.
how much time
It should be
left on the
treated like a
clock.
shot clock issue.
Yes,
You know.
yes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But Evan Scott was reffing, so it didn't happen. Evan Scott, you're my new biggest enemy. by the way.
Darth Scott.
If
Sith
if
Lord.
we lost this game, I would be pissed, man. I would be going off right now. That's Evan Scott. You're lucky we won, Evan.
Evan Scott is in like a Sith robe, just like
Yeah.
He's like,
he's just like
He's like watching our podcast, just laughing
Adam,
maniacally.
he's Adam Silver's like the emperor. He's like good.
yeah.
good, Evan, good. We don't want Canadian. After the Raptors won, they're like
Raptors lose?
after the Raptors won the championship, they like went off of the refs. Like, how did you let this happen?
Yeah.
He's force choking Evan.
Yeah.
He's force choking Evan Scott.
The rebels got away with it.
How dare you? Everything.
Initiate Order 66.
all
It's like they
players-
start murdering all the
all the coaches like turn like they're all order 66, all turning on the players.
Yeah. It's like, sir, no, please. My everything in the in overtime is in caps lock. I was very emotional in overtime. Man,
I totally forgot there's an overtime to this game.
were you guys like emotional in this game? Like, I was pissed.
Oh, I was
hyped.
I was clapping,
Yeah.
standing
Yeah,
up,
I
I
was.
was,
Me too, okay.
screaming, like,
Okay,
I was
yeah,
like,
okay.
man.
'Cause I was in my room. I was like banging the table, and I was like,
yeah.
let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we go into overtime. The Celtics hit 4 straight points, and to me, I was like, "That's it, we lost," because it's 4 points, and I was like, "We're done."
Yeah.
But then OG had a nice clutch
Big
three ball in
man.
the corner,
Super
man.
big.
He missed the first
he
one.
missed
They
the
gave
first
it
one,
back
back.
one, and then he hit it.
I was really scared.
Both corner threes, too.
If he missed that second one, that would have been.
Yeah. Big
I would've-
three, man.
Yeah.
Big three.
And then Pascal 4 straight points, man. We're up.
Oh, also Pascal, that awesome sequence.
That
With
was
the
an
Oh my
Massive-
God! Yeah.
massive block,
Yeah.
step
And-
back
and-
3,
and-
or step back 2,
two,
two.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
that's when Scotty was like,
Yeah, Scotty's getting hype.
Also,
Pascal,
Thad had a big block this quarter
Yeah.
too on Grant Williams, I believe.
think so. And yeah,
Um,
Pascal the 2 big ones, and then Thad had that big one. Yeah.
Yeah. Great clutch plays from those two guys this
Well,
quarter.
those
man.
two, man, those two carried us all night.
Yeah. and
Also,
then,
shout out to Chua. We didn't talk about it earlier, but he had a really nice second.
He had a nice
defensive
second half. Yeah. Just it kind of got overshadowed by the other
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, I wrote down Thad Young traded the century. Defense is amazing. I just yeah.
Better than the quad trade.
Basically overtime. Had some clutch plays by Pascal, and Gary hit some nice free throws at the end. And
And both of those were bouncing around the rim,
Oh,
man.
so were Pascal's at the end of the fourth quarter
Yeah.
too.
I was like, oh,
But we sneak away a W here against a depleted Boston Celtics team.
big win.
Yep, big win. Need it. Need to stay ahead of Cleveland in the standings.
Big time.
'Cause Cleveland won. So
Well, and you know what? This just makes me mad, and we've talked about this so many times before, but the Raptors have a tendency to play down to the competition, man. And not gonna lie, those Celtics players there, they just got #1 in the East. I don't care if it's Luke Cornett going out there or, what is his name? Naismith. What's his first name? Naismith?
Aaron Neesmith.
Aaron
Naismith, yeah. Like these guys want to win. They want to. They want to show.
They're all NBA players.
Yeah, man.
Like,
They
they're-
want to show Jason Tatum and
Still the same system, coaching system, right?
yeah,
the
exactly.
defense is the big thing too because the defense stays the same.
Yeah.
Right. And
and they got fresh legs.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
and-
and like Boston's defense is incredible. Like it is
yeah.
amazing. And you could see it from these guys too. Like these guys are the same thing. Like I mean also Tatum and Brown, they're not carrying your defense, right? Like a big part of it is Horford and Williams also. So it's kind of crazy to see how good they still were, but yeah.
But it just made me frustrated because, man, first quarter and just this whole game, Pascal was the only one with real energy, man. It was so frustrating. And Thad, but like, you know what I'm saying? But it was just, everyone was flat. No one was aggressive. Scotty was just
Scotty had a horrible
Just floating.
game.
Just
Just
yeah,
floating,
like just
yeah.
floating
On
there,
offense
man.
too. On
Like,
offense, he did nothing on offense. Like
nothing.
That's what I'm saying, man. Scotty, Gary, and OG in those big games, they
need
OG
to-
and Gary had some bigger plays in the stretch, but like you need that support.
And
all
OG
game.
played so well the game before, and that's why I'm so confused. I'm like, OG, dude, the amount of times OG would get in the post and pass it out, I'm like, bro,
you're bigger.
like Aaron Naismith is guarding you, bro. Take him inside, man. Like you are so much bigger. Like spin to the basket. He has like a completely wide open lane if he spins to the basket, and he just doesn't do it. I'm like, bro. Like I mean, I know they're probably gonna go over this in film and be like, OG, bro, if you get him on your hip like that, fucking spin, man. Like you're more than athletic enough to be able to do plays and moves like that. And also like be more aggressive, man. Like I was so upset that OG, honestly, I'm upset that OG shot as many threes as he did. I know they're clutch, I know they're important, but bro, he should be scoring way more inside, especially against a depleted Boston Celtics team like we were playing, bro. I
agree.
I was just frustrated, man.
I was thinking, and Gary too, man. You got to make your shots.
Yeah.
If we're hitting you open, you need
gotta
to.
hit your open
That's why you're on the
threes.
floor.
Open
We-
threes, man. Like you gotta
and,
hit
and
them.
if you're not gonna make them, do better on defense. You had some great steals in this game, and
Very
your
clutch
defense,
steals.
Yeah, your defense was better than it has been this game, but it's still not good enough to make
Yeah.
up for your bad offense.
Yeah.
We need
Gary's
you-
value comes from his 3-point shooting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Like I said all year, that mid-range shooting is just gravy on top. Gary
We
Trent
need you to
Jr.
hit
is
threes.
who he is because of his 3-point shooting. That's where his value comes from. You gotta hit him, and he
Yeah,
had some
man.
really and OG as well. His offensive values usually comes from the 3, even though he's a little more versed on that end. But like,
We only had 10 threes this game,
yeah,
and that's like an average for us at this point. Like it.
Yeah, and we become such a static team when we can't shoot there and make our threes, because then it becomes I've complained about this before. It becomes the game of drive and kick, constantly. Bro, they have all of their defenders inside, bro. Like
There was one play this game on offense. I think it ended in a bucket by Pascal probably, but they swung it around. They swung it to OG. He hesitated, didn't shoot, drove in, passed to Precious.
Yeah.
Precious hesitated, didn't shoot.
Yes,
Passed to Chris, hesitated, didn't shoot.
Yeah, I remember
Like-
that.
Yeah, like driving and kicking is good when you're driving for an open three,
Yeah.
or
Yes.
if you're gonna take that three or take the drive.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're just driving like side to side, you're not
Yes,
doing
you're
anything.
not doing anything.
You're just
It's
bailing the defense out.
Yes.
And it just makes the defense look good. They're like,
And
oh, we're
also-
gonna play our
yeah.
defense. Like, no, our offense sucks.
And it allows them to get in their defensive positions. Like it allows you're not screening them. You're not confusing them. Like you're honestly
You're doing
allowing
basic
them
basketball.
Exactly. Like they're set. They are fully set and ready. Like they're to guard whatever you're gonna throw at them. So it's just
And this is an
it's
elite
dumb.
defensive team where you got to hit threes against these teams.
Totally.
You have to. I don't know. Like, to be honest, I don't know how we won this game. I don't
If
know how we got
we
away.
would have won this game by at least like 15 points if we would have shot the three well.
Pascal had to drop 40 for us to win this game against a
Yeah.
completed Celtics team.
And he didn't score a single 3-pointer.
Nope.
He didn't shoot. She was 0 for 4 from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
There was a point where he stopped shooting threes because he was like, all of his threes. I'm almost certain all of his threes were like, or at least 3 of them were in the first half.
Yeah.
Like,
three,
he
were
didn't-
3 in the first half.
Yeah, 3 in the first half. Like he only shot 1 3 in the second half, and well, let me guess, it was in the third quarter.
Overtime, I think.
It was in overtime.
One of
Yeah.
overtime.
Okay, but anyways, it's like still, like he knew he scored all of his baskets inside. Just goes to again to show how good of a basketball player Pascal Siakam is. That is hard to do. Any NBA player against almost any NBA team, like that is hard to
And
do.
especially he's playing great defense with it.
Do you want that to take us to our player of the week then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think we all probably have the same player
No,
of the week.
I have a different player. Of the
Oh.
week. I have a different player of the week.
All right.
I could have a different one.
My player of the week is Pascal Siakam. Very
Okay.
original.
Yeah.
Wow.
We talk about him so much lately. He's
There's a
been
reason
so unbelievably clutch lately in that Cleveland game. We saw him in Boston where he literally just like that's the definition of his carrying the Boston game.
Oh,
He had his backpack on.
this is one where I do have some beef with the Boston commentators. They were trashing Pascal. They were like, oh, it's surprising to see Pascal doing this well. He played so horribly against us at the beginning of the season, and everybody thought that he had, completely lost his game after that 2020 season. I'm like, bro, it's 1 year, or in 2021, whatever. It's like, bro. We knew how good Pascal could be, bro. Like he just wasn't surrounded by the right pieces.
And he wasn't even that bad. He
No,
averaged
man.
21.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like 21, 5, and 7. So,
I know.
He was,
And what is he averaging this season? Like 20,
22 and a half.
22 and a half.
On
Like
36.5% shooting.
I know. And I'm like, I
They
was
shooting.
pissed at them for that because I was like, dude, you clearly know nothing about this
clearly
basketball
only watch
team.
Boston Celtics games.
Exactly. It's
once
like
again,
yeah.
Brian Scalabrine has a commentating job, then you could make me put me on ESPN, man. Like if that's the standard. Whew. Yeah, man. Shout out to Pascal. He's been.
Scalabrine's only there because he's a joke. Scalabrine's only there because he's a meme. That's the only reason.
He's like in Boston. Boston
Yeah.
guys only hire Boston guys.
Yeah, it's facts.
Um.
And his camera will probably be there soon.
Oh God.
Imagine him commentating.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but what do you think?
That's the last time I'll tune into a Celtics game when that happens. Yeah, Pascal though. I've got a question that we're probably gonna discuss him a little bit. So
Okay.
that's all I'll say on it.
My player of the week is Thaddeus Young.
That was gonna be
Nice.
mine. I was
So-
gonna say same.
Nice.
Screw you, man. Oh, oops. I might have to cut that one out.
Thaddeus Young. The best Raptors Spurs
That's
trade.
the one I was looking for.
You just press them all.
the best Raptors the best Raptors Spurs trade in Raptors history.
Yeah.
Better than the
Yeah,
quad
it
trade.
There's
Yeah, it's close.
there is
It's the best
Veteran
Toronto
trade.
Raptors San Antonio Spurs trade of all time.
yeah
Better than the Danny Green trade.
yeah
Yeah.
the Danny Green trade.
Ignoring Kawhi.
But honestly, like Thad has been bringing another reason why I want to choose Thad for Player of the Week. You guys should check out Chris's podcast, Hustle Play, and Thad will show you why he's Player of the Week, man. The influence he
Chris,
has.
have us on.
Yeah, exactly. Chris, have us on. You're gonna have Will Liu on, bro. Have us on.
Yeah.
Anyways, Thad just goes to show how much he impacts this team beyond what he does on the court, because he is the perfect player that we needed to recruit to help this team and to propel this team to another level of mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like another layer of and dimension to their mentality as a basketball team. Because when you do lose a veteran like Kyle, man, it is so evident. And like, listen, our biggest vet besides Thad was Fred and Pascal. Like these guys aren't. I wouldn't even consider these guys vets. Like they've been playing in the league for a while, but they haven't really been, showing the impact until probably 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Thad has been in the league, interestingly enough, Thad and Kyle are actually friends, and then he was talking about how they played USA basketball together. He had his first Philly cheesesteak with Kyle.
Big moment.
Yeah, big moments. And so, because Kyle's about a couple years older than him, and it's just, most importantly, Thad was extremely impactful in terms of what he was doing on the court in the past 3 games. But also for what he's been doing off the court. And I think, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't think there's, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I don't know if
Raptor
there's,
of all time.
no, I don't know if there's a Pascal 40-point game without Thaddeus Young on the floor, man. I really don't know, because I think that he has been so influential.
Well, we don't get overtime without Thaddeus Young.
Yeah, we don't get overtime without Thaddeus Young, man. And it's just, his impact is so influential for this
You
team.
crying right now?
That Thad Young making you tear up.
Yeah, no, just
It's just been the best, man.
It's just you know what I mean.
on and off the court, man. He's,
Yeah. Also,
he just,
also he has been shooting 43% from 3 for us.
Wow.
hey man, he's
Suck
sniper.
it, Sam.
Sniper.
Holy fuck.
Suck it, Snam. Snamuel.
Snuck it.
Yeah, the Thad trade was looking a little bit bad there for a little bit, but
Snamuel.
the last few games, like the big games, he's really, and that's why this team brought him in for these
Yeah.
big games.
Yeah,
He's totally
He's
showing.
gonna
not
be big in
phased,
the-
bro. He is unfazed.
In the playoffs, he's gonna be big, man.
Yeah.
I think
We're gonna
so.
need him in the
Yep.
playoffs.
There's gonna be a game where Thad Young turns the tide in like a third quarter,
Yeah,
or the beginning of
yeah.
the fourth quarter, we make some big plays to turn
Yeah.
the tide.
I just want to talk a little more about the Celtics game and just how much this shows how great Pascal Siakam is.
Sure.
Because the fact that he can get 40 in a game where he's not getting any calls he wants. He's trying a big
Didn't
thing.
score a single three.
He had 5 fouls for over half the fourth quarter, and he did not foul out. And he still had some big blocks. He's
Yeah.
being very
He shouldn't
aggressive
have
on
fouled out
defense.
that game.
No,
He
he
shouldn't
actually
have fouled
no,
out.
of course not.
He actually said he thought he had 4 fouls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in
Oh,
his post-game interview, he said he actually thought he had 4 for
Yeah,
the
I
longest
saw
time.
that,
That's why he
yeah.
made those blocks.
Oh, that'd be so funny. But the fact that he still didn't foul out and making those big blocks,
Yeah.
being so aggressive on defense, it is not easy to do that in this league. What he just did this game.
So this brings me to my question: would you consider Pascal an All-NBA player this year, or do you think he has like a real chance to make the All-NBA team?
yes.
And I think I've been hearing this conversation more and more. I think the Boston commentators mentioned whether Pascal was going to make All NBA. I think they said, "Oh, I don't know about All NBA, but maybe All Second Team." And you know what I mean? Like they did have
Maybe
a
a
little
loser team,
So,
am I
yeah,
right, Brian?
But they did though have a brief conversation about Pascal being an All NBA player, and I don't see why not.
I took a look at this.
It's the top 6 forwards.
So one of Embiid or Jokic is going to get voted in as a forward. They're making them both eligible so they can both be on the
Oh,
first
really?
team. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So
okay.
one of Embiid or Jokic, Giannis, KD, LeBron's going to get on there. Whether you think he should or not, he's going to get on there.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum's going to get on there.
Yeah, I think he deserves it at this
Last spot is between guys like Pascal.
point. Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't think he is. But over Pascal, but I'm saying
DeMar
that's-
is going to get classified as a guard.
Right.
Yes.
Uh,
they really screw that whole thing over.
Yeah.
Like I can see it.
I think because they classified him as a guard for All-Star.
They have
They'll
to.
probably
Okay,
keep
yeah.
it. Butler and Pascal, like who's his competition after Butler? I don't. I
Let me-
think
let me
Jaren
look
Jackson. He's just
He's
not.
not- he's not.
He's gonna cost if he's anything. He's a center.
Well,
I-
he's not just gonna. He's not
No.
gonna get it anyway.
Luka's a guard. Cat's a center. Ingram, but he's not. Pascal's better than Brandon Ingram, even though Brandon's had a really nice season.
Is it really
That's it.
that shallow?
It's Pascal or
I feel
Butler
like there
for
should
me,
be more.
based
Oh
on
my
the
God.
position
Yeah, for some
requirements.
reason I feel like there should be more.
I feel like I'm gonna name people for some reason. Oh, Carmelo Anthony. Joking.
Chris Middleton, he's not.
No, not Chris.
He's not
Middleton.
getting on there.
I'm not, sorry, I just want to pull up the standings because I just need to visualize this myself.
No one on Golden State. Or Draymond.
so-
Draymond
so-
hasn't played enough.
Bam's the center.
Yep.
Giannis,
Draymond is- yeah.
Tatum, Embiid. No one on Chicago because Norris is a guard. No one on Cleveland.
No.
It's Katie. Not Miles Bridges. Not John Collins. Not Randall. These guys are all too bad.
Wait, I thought the Celtics got first. This is not updated?
Well, no.
Miami
they
won
lost
also.
it. They lost
Oh.
it.
So,
Yeah, I love how they post that on Instagram. It's like, bro, this is gonna change like every day.
Yeah, look how
in an hour.
Yeah, it's and then in Phoenix,
Milwaukee was 4th, and now they're 2nd.
Draymond might get in there. That's a debate.
Yeah, but he
hasn't played enough.
No, he hasn't
That's
played
true.
enough.
He hasn't
man.
played enough.
It should be
True.
Pascal Siakam.
It's because Jimmy Butler. I don't see any argument for Butler over Siakam in any facet of the game this year.
Also, if they're gonna make an exception for Embiid and Jokic, why don't they just get rid of the whole positions?
You know who's played more center, or like Pascal's played more center than either of those guys who played forward this year.
Yeah,
So Pascal should be a center.
technically.
What?
Actually, I hope he's not though, because he won't get in over.
He might.
over Towns now.
Yeah. Well, no, Towns would be second team because one of those other guys would be.
They'll probably still put Gobert in over him just because that's
I
they like
guess.
to do that.
I guess.
Paul George hasn't played enough. Zion
yeah.
doesn't exist right
Hasn't
now.
played.
Nobody existed.
And yeah,
unless
LeBron.
we're-
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
give it to Pascal.
It's Pascal, man.
Has to be Pascal.
I think it has to be. It totally has to be, unless.
And rightly deserved, man.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
100%.
Hell yeah.
He's
Especially
had-
because he didn't get an all-star spot this year.
Yeah.
he
he's
is
so good,
he
man.
is an amazing NBA. He is top 20 NBA player.
Yeah.
Easily.
Easily, man.
All right. I've got one last thing before we wrap up here. Let me find the tweet. So there's been some discussion recently, right, as the Raptors have the unvaccinated players going to Toronto, right? They can't play in Toronto
All right.
recently. So
Should we kill them?
Tim Bontemps of ESPN.
Should we just shoot them with the vaccine? Like trank them with
like
the
a
vaccine.
gun.
It's like a tranquilizer gun.
Tim Bontemps of ESPN asked the other playoff teams that the Raptors could face in the first round about their vaccine status.
You're talking. Restart.
So Tim Bontemps,
Okay, who's that?
or reporter for ESPN,
Okay.
went around and asked the Raptors competition in the playoffs, like so those top seeds, if their teams are fully vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
The Heat and Bucks are fully vaccinated.
Okay.
76ers declined to do so. It's been reported that apparently it's like some end of the bench guy. That was
Oh.
reported a while ago.
Isaiah
But the
Joe.
Celtics declined to answer as well. And also a couple days ago, Brian Windhorst, very credited reporter, was talking about the reason why some of the guys weren't in Toronto.
I was going to ask you guys about this actually.
And he said that there's some rumor that guys aren't vaccinated. And Jason Tatum's vaccinated. He came out and said he was.
Jaylen Brown.
So it's Jaylen Brown or Al Horford that might not be vaccinated.
So wait,
that is it.
Or both,
away
or
players
both.
who aren't vaccinated can't play in Toronto?
No,
Nope.
because they can't cross the border.
Oh,
So,
wow. Interesting.
or they have to like, quarantine for 2 weeks or whatever.
I can see Jaylen Brown being a non-vaxxer.
So, and there was some sort of smoke with Jaylen Brown earlier in the year, I think, too, surrounding the.
He was smoking.
No, like
I'm joking. Yeah, no.
some rumors, I guess. That is like either one of those guys, but particularly Brown. I don't want to speculate but
Yeah.
they're kind of giving us reason to do so. The Horford one is like a little bit because he was left it for personal reasons. He didn't come to Toronto for personal
That was
reasons.
Jaylen Brown's thing too, though.
No, he was it was like a knee thing or.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, they say one of. I think here's my theory now. Then, I think Al Horford is vaccinated, so they're okay saying personal reasons.
Oh,
I think Jaylen Brown is not, and they want to hide it by saying the knee thing.
interesting. That's.
Well,
That is
I
a,
don't think that, but
right.
this is the situation.
they were-
it's one of the two.
I'm just saying though, that's a massive advantage for the Raptors. Also,
he's
just
big.
please get vaccinated for the good of other people, Jaylen Brown.
We'll wait till after the series is over.
Yeah, for the health of your family
Oh, yeah.
and friends. But yeah, that's
We're pro-vaccine here.
That's massive. Like if the Raptors play, if you're playing a playoff series against the Celtics and they're missing, one of the better players,
Second best player.
that's a massive
He is
advantage.
he is an
right?
all-star caliber player.
That's a massive advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you're playing I don't think it would turn out anyway. But if there's a scenario where you play Brooklyn, right? Kyrie still can't cross the border to play.
Well,
So-
if
Well,
we
unless
go
he
into the play-in,
crosses early and then waits.
But then he can't come back to Brooklyn and play in the Brooklyn. Like there's a whole thing.
yeah.
You can't go
Um,
back and forth like that. You have to-
Unless we're in the.
I just can't wait till this pandemic's totally over, so then we don't have to worry about this sort of stuff. And we can just watch basketball.
Hey
because,
man, wait,
like-
if Kyrie takes 5 minutes out of his day, he wouldn't.
No,
have to
I know.
worry
But
I know what you mean.
that's
I know what you mean.
the like. I'm not saying that all I'm saying is that this is a reality.
Yeah.
This is just a reality. He's not going to take the vaccine. No
Yeah.
one's going to convince him to take it.
No.
That's just the way it is going to be. So,
You do you, Pam.
yeah, that's the thing. It's like no matter how much we say it, like he's not going to take
No.
the vaccine.
If he hasn't taken it
So
this
I
point,
Well, no,
just-
I haven't
like,
talked to him about
but-
it. Once I talk to him about it.
Yeah, I can
But
convince him.
Yeah,
my-
I got
like,
it. I got it, guys.
My only point is that like it just I think it's just a dumb advantage that people have. You know what I mean? It's not basketball related, to give a team an advantage for like it. They're not injured.
When you win, you want to
they're-
win. You want to beat the team at full strength.
Yeah, exactly. Let's like
Or else
it
you have
just
this
gives
whole
reasons
conversation.
people to be like, oh, they didn't have
Yeah,
Kyrie, they didn't have
Exactly.
Jalen Brown.
That's like our finals win right now.
Yeah.
Like, KD and Clay were.
But those are actual basketball things.
Yeah, exactly.
You could argue that
that's
these
basketball
aren't.
stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that these aren't like basketball injuries or ailments. It's just like, oh, you guys won that series because Kyrie just wouldn't get vaccinated and he was fully healthy. If he was, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
just,
it's like,
I
I don't
just-
want
it's-
that.
Yeah, like I just.
That's a good point.
That's why I can't wait. Like maybe 3 years down the road or
Yeah.
2 years down the road or something like that. Like when we can just get past all this and it doesn't really matter anymore.
That would 100% be a talking point. Like
That's- yeah.
imagine if
Like I can't, dude. There's no way Steven Adams
That'd be
is
the
not
head-
going to be on. Where does he work for? ESPN now or where?
Steven Adams.
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith. Sorry, Stephen Adams. Stephen A. Smith. Sorry, Stephen Adams. You're playing really well, by the way.
He
Good
is.
read. Good job reading.
I love you, Steven Adams.
But Stephen A. Smith, like, where does he work? Does he work for ESPN?
ESPN, yeah.
Yeah, like I can just totally imagine him saying some stupid thing. about-
Yeah.
He's like, the Toronto Raptors would not have won. I'm just like, bro.
Wait, the first take is.
I believe it. I believe
First-
it. Kyrie
first-
would have taken over, and they would have won the game.
Well, he
Yeah,
actually,
exactly- yeah, that's what
Stephen A.
I'm
Smith
saying.
hates Kyrie, so
Nah, but he would make exceptions.
Yeah, like,
he
like
changed
he
that
does hate
pretty
the
quick.
Raptors.
He changed
too,
that
so,
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me,
Imagine
the
just
Toronto Raptors are beating a healthy Brooklyn
yeah,
Nets.
yeah. That's exactly
imagine
what he's
No!
imagine a scenario though where like say Golden
clipping
State
the mics so hard.
say Golden State is in
Sorry.
the finals and they have this similar law, I think, where or maybe they don't, but imagine the case. Imagine Toronto is in the Eastern Conference Finals against Brooklyn.
Got it.
And there's a
It's
game
locked in.
7 in Toronto, and Kyrie can't come to Toronto, and Toronto wins it. Toronto might have won that
the
game.
ESPN headline is
Yeah.
Raptors beat Kyrie lists Brooklyn
Yeah,
Nets.
Yeah,
people aren't
yeah.
going to talk about the Raptors' game plan and how well they played. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to talk about how Kyrie wasn't there,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
how Jalen Brown wasn't there. Right?
And that just to me is just
That's a good point.
frustrating just in a basketball sense. I don't really care about the vaccine stuff. It's just that's the reality,
Yeah.
and I don't like it's just basketball related.
Yeah.
But anyways, we should probably wrap it up. So
Yep.
looking ahead, we've got
Really quick, I just want to say, because you brought up Steven Adams, I saw this funny video of Steven Adams dancing and it made me really happy. I love you, Steven Adams.
He's an awesome guy. I saw that video too.
Yeah.
So anyways, looking ahead, we've got the Timberwolves tonight.
That's a
and
big game, man.
big
Big
game.
game for both
Very
teams.
big
We got
game.
Vanderbilt guard
Will
Pascal
be.
this
I
game
guess
too.
it doesn't really matter now because it'll be out tomorrow,
Yeah.
tomorrow morning. But we're going live after. Anyways,
We do this often, about once a week or so.
yeah, something like
when
that.
it makes sense.
Yeah, and when the games are good enough, we would have done
on-
it after the
on-
Boston game, but it was
On Discord.
on Discord. Anyways,
Then Raptors Magic on Friday, whatever.
We're
That's-
not whatevering that game because we will end up losing.
yeah,
That's a big game.
yeah, we need to win this
We
game.
actually need to win
This is a
that
must-win game, just like the Pacers.
can't-
Man.
We have the
can't-
Heat on
can't-
Sunday, but we will have recorded before that. So
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, then big Timberwolves game tonight.
That's
We need
massive
this
game.
W.
Massive
We're gonna have
game.
Vanderbilt guarding Pascal.
Yeah.
See how we can do. We need someone else to step up this game.
It'll be starting pretty soon here, boys.
Will it be Fred? Will it be Gary? Will it be OG?
yep, I need some chips.
Will it be Scotty?
Yeah,
We'll see.
definitely need to go get some chips.
I should have brought my chips. I have chips.
Anyways, okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the RapChat podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, make sure to comment, and also subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, make sure to leave us a rating, and also please leave us a review. Do I say it like that?
What? No, you're fine.
You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at RapChat Podcast, where we post new clips of the show every single week. I'm your host, Luke Dick.
I'm Elias Eldridge.
And I'm Sam Kenny.
Peace out.